Welcome to the Big Red Arrow Christmas Quiz. Taking part, we have two teams of retro experts, the leading experts in the world.
Am I on the right podcast?
We have Glenn from Casual Retro Gaming.
Hello.
We have Matt from Matthias Bayer's Retro Sega Dave.
Hey.
We have Seb from Seb's Place.
Hello.
We have Keith from Yawning Angel.
Hello.
And in the other team, we have Reese from Control Alt Reese. We have Stephen from Dudley.
Evening.
Well, you're not from Dudley. You are Dudley.
Stephen from Dudley.
You work your way through this, it'll be fine.
We
How many
have
balls to Dudley?
Dan from Retro Recollections.
Hello.
And we have Ross from The Goldfish.
Hello.
I am Dave from This Week in Retro, and assisting me, and the word assisting is a bit of a lie because he's done most of the work, is Andy from Hack, Build, Restore.
Well done, Dave.
Yeah.
It left me for just
Well
a
done.
second. I was like, ah. He's done all the work. This will be a round robin quiz. So I will ask each of you in turn. You'll take a turn answering, and it will go into the next person in your team when your team has to answer. You may confer. You've got 30 seconds to answer each question.
Wow.
After I finish asking the question, you may confer. But remember, if you confer and you get it wrong, the other side will have heard everything you've said, so you'll be helping them. So when I ask a question, it's up to you to decide if you want to confer with the rest of your team or not. The rest of your team should stay quiet unless you ask them to confer with you, which I hope has a bit of thought as to what you do. Some of the questions are difficult. Some of the questions will make you angry. My ones. But we'll start off with nice, easy questions to get you started. Andy will be keeping the scores. And I think, should we get straight into it, Andy?
Yeah, go for it.
So, I'm going to start then by finding the right notepad. And I'm going to start with Glenn. Oh, sorry, I'm going to start with CRG. CRG.
No pressure.
Here is a question. And these are really easy ones just to get you started.
So you say, yes.
I promise. This 8-bit micro has a custom chip called SID. Is it the Commodore 64, the
is.
Atari 8-bit,
No, it's not
the ZX Spectrum, or the
Not that one.
Amstrad CPC?
That's not that one either. It is the Commodore 64.
Is that your final answer?
Final
Do you need
answer.
to confer?
I wish I got that one.
Right. Still on with the easy questions. We're on to team 2, and that's Reese. Reese, here's your question. This 8-bit micro has a custom chip called Sally. Is it the Atari 8-bit, the ZX Spectrum, the Amstrad CPC, or the MSX? Final answer.
That would be the Atari 8-bit.
Well, that's wrong. No, it's right. Thank you. Now, we don't have team names. So,
We do. We've got hats and no hats.
That's a no.
Yeah.
hats and no hats. Okay. Is
And
that the
knuckles.
team names?
Knuckle. I'm
So-
still behind that team name.
Team 1, this is Glenn, Matt, Seb, and Keith. Hats and no hats. No, that's fine. Hats and no hats. That's what we'll go with. Keith get the best hat. Next question to Matthias Bayes.
Uh-oh.
Which of the following microcomputer... We're still in the easy ones, don't worry. Which of the following microcomputer ranges...
I've got a micro specialist.
You'll get it.
Neither am I.
Which of the following microcomputer ranges has the highest number of unique models? Is it the ZX
good
Spectrum,
grief.
or if you're in America, the ZX Spectrum, the Amstrad CPC, the MSX, or the Oric?
Oh my goodness. I'm going to say MSX.
Now-
I'll probably regret myself.
Final answer, or are you going to confer? Because you can't ask your team.
I'm going to ask the team.
Yeah, I would go with that.
I would agree with you. Considering you're my
You're
team.
not on our team.
He would still agree.
Thanks, Chris. Not on my team, is he
Did
not?
we miss, did we
He's on
miss,
the
a,
other team.
did we
It's
miss a
not like-
question to hats?
Am I not on the same team as Matt?
He's
I'm
not wearing a
confused.
hat.
He's not wearing a hat, is he?
You are on the same team.
You're
You're on the same team, Glenn. You're on the same team. We asked a question to hats, Glenn, and then to no hats, Reese, and then to hats, Matthias Baez.
So
Right.
Matthias Bates is the only one on the hats team without a hat. Do you have
Yes.
a
Oh,
hat?
what? That's
Don't have a
confusing.
Christmas hat.
Do you have any kind of hat? Anything you wear as a hat?
There's a hat he made earlier.
Oh,
There we are. Hey!
One
Welcome
moment.
to the team.
Fits perfectly.
There we go. Right,
Next question.
That'll confuse that really does look great with the headphones.
Next question to Dudley. This 8-bit
Wait,
micro...
wait, wait.
Hold on, Matt, did we get that right?
Yeah, you got MSX, right? Yeah. Of course
Yay.
it's MSX. There's like a million of them.
I figured it was.
Hey, hold on,
isn't that
Andy.
one?
Other
Nothing
team.
on a hat.
I wouldn't have known that.
Hang on.
is Dudley hats or no hats?
Yeah, I'm no hats because it's not
He's
a
a hat.
Christmas hat.
Dudley does
Now I
not
feel
have a
we've-
hat on.
So you're no hats even though you're wearing a hat.
Do I need to take the hat off?
I'm
Yes.
starting to think these team names are not working.
Right.
There we go.
Hey!
Alan's has been restored to the force.
I will get comments for not wearing the official streaming hat. I just want to warn you.
Reese, can you shave your head so we can have hats versus baldies?
Yeah.
Come on, Reese, where's your commitment?
So, Dudley, the question to you. This 8-bit micro has a red-coloured escape key. Is it the ZX Spectrum, the Amstrad CPC 464, the Auric 1, or the Commodore 128?
The worry I have is I don't know what an Auric looks like. So I'm going to confer with my team, but assume it's a CPC.
So what do the no hats say?
Seb, you've got one there. I know you've got one there. Watch his face. He's not going to tell me, but watch his face. I believe it's the
Are we-
CPC, Dave.
Yeah, I'd
Yeah.
go CPC.
Final answer?
Yeah.
That's correct.
I couldn't trick Seb into it, but it's worth a try.
Next question is for Seb. Which of the following did not have a built-in disk drive? Is it the Amstrad CPC 6128, the Spectrum Plus 3, the Tatung Einstein, or as Mark Fixie Stuff calls it, the Tatung Einstein, or the Commodore 128?
I think it was the Commodore 128.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
So that, I'm afraid, was the easy ones. And we're now going to move on to what host Snorker's questions. He's got he has got some fantastically creative Clive and Sinclair computer questions. Are you ready, Andy, with the first question from Snorkers?
I'm indeed. Here we go.
Welcome to Sinclair Stompers. Questions about the beautiful products of Sir Clive Sinclair. This quiz is from Home Computing Weekly, and all answers are correct as of the time of publication.
1983.
First question. When was Sir Clive Sinclair born? Was it A, 1962? Was it B, 1954? C, 1940? Or D, 1943?
And this is you,
Clive
Dan, that's
Sinclair
answering
is
this.
there on the right.
Me?
Retro recollections. Of course, you can confer if you want to.
I think I'm going to need to. I think I can have a rough guess, but
It's going to be one of the two in the 40s, isn't it? But your guess is
Yeah.
as good as mine. Which?
So 1962, 1954, 1940, or 1943.
what do we think? 1940.
Either of them is
Yeah.
either to me. So yeah, sure.
Let's go 1940.
Final answer? Well done.
Oh,
Wow.
So next question is going to Yawning Angel.
Sorry in advance, guys.
What are the conversion costs for Sir Clive's luxury new home in Old London town? Would that be A, £100,000, B,
Oh,
£200,000, C, £300,000, or D, £400,000? Artist impression on the left.
So this might not come as much as a surprise, but I'm going to confer.
You don't know the answer?
Well, is this 1980s money?
80s
or
money.
So 1980s,
yeah.
yes. So,
All answers correct at time of publication.
so what do we reckon? I was either
Well,
100 or
answers
200?
correct at times of publication, so this is 80s money we're talking about.
Yeah. So 200?
Yeah,
I would have, well, yeah, either 100 or 200. It's not going to be more than that.
yeah. I would say that I would. I mean, 100 grand in the 80s was a
Lot of money.
Yeah, that was
a
a
lot of money, right?
Yeah. Should we go 100?
I'm happy to go with 100.
Okay. Dave, we're going to go with 100,000.
Reese, your chance to steal the points here.
Oh,
me?
Yes,
Yes.
they didn't get it correct.
Are we allowed to confer? Or do I
Yes.
just have to
You're allowed to confer.
200?
I have no better idea.
Yeah.
If it's 300, I'm impressed he spent it. I want to see the house.
I was say,
Yeah.
did he spend money?
It's about 3.5 times inflation since then, very roughly.
You built the entire thing out of C5s.
That's pretty
We'll go,
big.
yeah, we'll go for 200. Let's go for 200.
Yep.
Incorrect. It's 400,000.
Bloody hell.
Oh, what?
Oh,
Wow.
My goodness.
That's where all the money went.
yeah. No wonder he's sold up.
Sold a
eh?
lot of spectrum.
So, Matthias Bass, you're up next.
Uh-oh.
Don't mind me.
It's a dramatic tension from Andy here.
What's going on?
Isn't it?
Dum, 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 dum.
Andy's still here.
What's he
What was the first product from Sinclair Research?
Uh-oh.
Would that be A, the calculator, B, the black watch, C, the ZX80, or D, cheap hi-fi equipment?
Oh,
Clive
that's
Bear
offensive.
in his spacesuit.
I'm going to confer, but I do think I know this one, but I'm not 100% on it.
Sure.
You were out him, weren't you? I
Yeah.
think it's the pocket calculator.
That's the one I was going to go with. So
I would have went calculator.
You conferring? You happy with that? Calculator?
yeah.
yeah, there we go.
Just-
Right, calculator it is then.
Dudley, would you like to steal the points?
Oh no!
Oh, come on.
Ah, crap. So it's not the 80. If it's not the calculator,
The
It's got to be the watch.
watch, yeah. The black watch.
yeah,
Final
'cause the
answer?
cheap hi-fi equipment is the other guy, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Is it the black watch?
Why is it not the 80?
Because that was definitely after the calculator. I'm going to be wrong about that, but I'm going to say it's definitely after the calculator.
Mm.
The correct answer was a ZX80.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Really?
No,
Really?
you all called that.
Mm.
We're all
No,
spectrum.
we're not.
Everyone else is equally non-plus.
Actually, I
like
would
that.
have because I've got the answers here.
Everyone's quickly
So
Googling.
when was the calculator then?
Definitely would have put
I'm
the
not sure.
calculator
What
first.
point? Just
Yeah.
intrigued, really.
Was that
So am
did
I.
that issue of that magazine have a reprint? With all the-
No, this
Correct.
is Sinclair Research rather than the original Sinclair, maybe.
Ah, he snorkers does.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I think I-
sneaky
that
if
is
that's the case. Yeah.
crafty.
I do
Yeah,
like
that
a
is possible.
sneaky question. Right. So, that was Dudley. So we're now on to Seb for the next question.
The ZX Spectrum is based around an advanced 14-chip design, B, 4-chip design, C, 7-chip design, or D, Space Invaders Master Control chip.
We need Lee.
In America, the ZX Spectrum is known as the ZX Spectrum.
Wow.
Okay, I'm not too hot on this, so I'm going to
Not
confer.
too hot on this. I'm nearly sure.
Not got a clue on this one. Glenn, this is
Have I enough time to take the screws out of one?
You did earlier.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
oh,
This was ZX Spectrum.
Yeah.
I would have said 1 or 2. 4.
4.
Yeah, go
I
low
would
number.
have gone 4, but is he including something that we're
Final
not
answer
thinking of?
time.
what did
Final
you
answer.
say?
You're out of time.
4.
4.
We'll go with 4.
Dan, what do you think?
Good at this, everyone.
Go high. Go for the
Low,
highest number.
very little.
Highest.
So, what were the options again?
The options are a 14-chip design, a 4-chip design, a 7-chip design, or Space Invaders Master Control Chip.
Yeah.
It's got to be 7, surely.
That'll be 7.
Surely.
What do you think? CPU,
What do we think?
ALU, and then whatever the RAM is, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
So how many RAM
RAM.
chips?
Including the RAM.
You know what?
I
Chip.
think that's
We'll
where we
go-
That's
went wrong.
crafty if you're including the
We'll go with
Including
7.
the RAM.
No points for anyone.
Hey,
Yeah.
hold on a minute. Dave, is the answer
see-
Space Invaders?
Lee would have got that.
The answer
in one.
is 14-chip design.
14
Lee would have
chip
got that,
design?
I'm sure.
Of course
Yeah.
he would.
Yeah, we would have. It would have
By
been
turning
disappointing if
round,
he'd not.
probably.
The ZX Spectrum can transmit information A, 5 times faster than the ZX81. Answer B, at the same speed as the ZX81. Answer C, 10 times faster than the ZX81. Or answer D, 6 times faster than the ZX81.
Okay, so confer. I literally have no. This is not my ballpark. But obviously, what's the processor speed difference between ZX81 and the Speccy? So, what's the speed
I
differential?
have no idea. It's
No,
got
I
to be
don't know.
talking about clock speed,
It's
isn't
got
it?
to be pretty high, hasn't
So
it?
5, the same, 10, or 6 times faster.
Let's go 6.
They use the same CPU, but other than that,
Yeah, is it like transmit information? Are we is it just the bloody same? Is he just
Is it just the RAM that they
Final answer, Keith.
ramped up?
Anything, guys? I'm going to go with 6, unless anyone says anything else.
Go for it.
Ooh,
We're going with
Go for
6.
Well done, Keith. I knew you knew it.
well done, Keith.
Celebrating.
No one actually got a point in this round.
Yeah.
Goldfish, you're up.
Oh, God.
Speaking of,
Beam Software is an alliance between which 2 mighty software houses? A, Melbourne House and Scion. B, Quicksilver and Bugbite. C, Quicksilver and Ultimate. D, Scion and Microgen.
I know the answer to this one.
You've got the answers. Of course you know it. You're the one running the quiz.
is he? See, I'm guessing Goldfish. You have no idea whatsoever.
And I'm going to say it's probably not going to be Ultimate.
That was my only thought. Yes.
Hmm.
So Melbourne House and Scion, Quicksilver and Bugbite, and Scion and Microgen are left.
I don't really know about them, so I would go with the last one, but that's me.
I'm going to go with the first.
Okay.
I was kind of
Correct.
drawn to that one.
Yeah, it's that one.
Ooh.
And that's
They
why
made
we
things like The Hobbit.
They made Hungry Horus as well, the Horus games.
all careful.
So we're on to Glenn again. You're up, Glenn.
hold
Who wrote, among others, 3D Monster Maze and Corridors of Genon?
on. I have no
Was
idea.
it A, Malcolm Evans,
Could have been.
B, J.K. Gray,
Maybe.
C, J.K. Evans,
Possibly.
D, Malcolm K. Gray?
Not sure.
Wow.
I
Have a
may
think.
have
Have
to
a think.
confer with my team on this one.
I'm sure they'll know.
Help.
I think it's Malcolm Evans.
I think that as well.
It's the only one out of them that
I was watching a
I
video
kind
the
of-
other day, and I'm sure that name was mentioned with 3D Monster Maze. Oh, a name
Yeah.
like it. So I would go Evans.
Let's
yeah,
the
go.
first
Malcolm
one.
Evans.
Let's
Yep,
go with that one.
agreed.
Correct.
Malcolm
Well done.
Evans, you said?
Yes.
Well done. Reese, it's time to show your expertise.
Steady.
Don't do that for free, you
Who
know.
wrote the bestseller Manic Miner?
Oh, you'll know this one.
A. Mark Smith. B. Mark Page. C. Matthew Smith.
Yeah.
D. Matthew Page. It's on the tip of your tongue, isn't it?
It is Snorkers, yeah. It's. Do I need to confer? Is it C, Matthew Smith?
It's up to you if you want to confer or not.
No, I'm going to go for it.
Correct.
I'm going to
Well
go
done.
for it.
Well done. Next, it is time for Matthias Beers to show his ZX Spectrum knowledge in the penultimate question from
Good luck,
Snorkers.
Matt.
Oh,
I feel like I got off lightly there.
Quicksilver's director, Mark Ayres, is
Well,
writing a
that's-
book about A. Starting a software company. B. The ZX Spectrum CPU. C. The chess-playing computer. Or D. The Faluvian Empire.
Sorry if this was obvious.
I wish it was obvious for me. I'm going to confer.
One hats.
So I suppose if this is someone writing a book about their experience, presumably it's a software house, so maybe is the answer A.
Yeah, I think A.
Final answer?
Yeah, I'm happy to go with that.
I think it's the fallopian tubes.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
That was his
Final
second
answer?
book.
Yeah, we'll go with
Yeah.
that. It's going to be the CPU, isn't it?
Sorry, what was your answer?
It was the
I-
software house. It was the first one.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
Oh.
So who gets to steal this or try to steal it? It is Dudley.
Family
Let's
friendly.
talk for 30 seconds. So how you guys been? No one's got the slightest clue, right? So I shall pick
Not-
something out of
No idea.
Not the last one.
an arse. Well, the kind of thing Snorkers would do, but yeah, I'm gonna go no. I'm gonna go CPU.
So the same answer as the other team.
No, they said the
No, we picked
Nah,
the
I'm
software.
joking. I'm joking.
Go on that route.
This is hard enough.
Final
Dave.
answer. Final
Yeah.
answer, CPU. It's the Faluvian Empire.
Of course
No
it
points.
It is.
Starters.
Damn you, Snorkers.
What is that?
So Seb, you're up.
Sorry.
Who is the author of Imagine's Arcadia and Ardidums?
This is a
A.
question for Lee.
Eugene Evans. B. John Gibson. C. Mark Butler. Or D. Dave Lawson.
God.
I really feel like I should know it, but I don't.
Got a feeling that Evan's name rings a bell again, but I can't be sure.
Yeah.
This was in
All I know is
latest,
it's either A, B, C, or D.
this cropped up on the latest issue of the Spectrum Show video released the other day. They did a thing on Arcadia, and I can't bloody remember the name.
I've got a copy of it to hand somewhere.
Go with a gut feeling, guys.
I'm going to say A.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah, A.
A.
Dan, what do you think?
Oh,
What were the What were the options again?
The options are
A, B, C,
A,
or D.
B, C, or D.
Well, to be fair, I could probably just guess from that.
Eugene Evans,
Conflab,
John
please.
Gibson's, Mark Butler, or Dave Lawson.
And what did they say? I didn't pay attention to that bit.
Who's the author of Imagine's Arcadia and Ardidums?
They said A. I'm Mark Butler
right.
is
Any
familiar name,
ideas?
but maybe not for this.
So which one shall I go for?
I'd say C.
Yeah.
C.
Let's go for
Yeah.
let's go for C confidently.
Yes.
Okay. You won out. It was Dave Lawson.
Mark Butler did something.
Yeah,
So
Mark
that-
Butler's a name I've heard for sure.
That was the end of Snorkers round. Thank you very much, Boho Snorkers, for that
Thank you,
round
Snorkers.
there.
Snorkers.
That was good.
It's time for my round, which is
Oh no.
and this might be a clue, the ultimate RPG round.
The
Oh,
answer is
God.
no.
Ooh. This is either going to go really well or awful.
B.
So, no videos for this one. And we're going to start off with Dan, you just stole that one or try to. So it's Keith, it's Yawning Angel with the first question.
Ooh.
Good.
In the late 80s, this role-playing game from Origin Systems, the hero of the game unravels a conspiracy in the land of Al-Bareth. Is it?
Go on.
Is it Times of Lore, Lands of Lore, Ultima 4, or Wizardry 4?
I haven't got a clue,
Now-
so open to confer on this one. I'm suspecting it might be Ultima, but I don't never played any of them, so I don't know.
I wonder if all the answers are Ultima for this round.
Knowing
So-
the host, that's bound to be Ultima.
I mean, if any of the questions are going to be Ultima and the answer's going to be Ultima, then it's probably going to be the first one, right? So let's go Ultima, I think.
I'm happy with that because hands up, I generally don't know.
No, I've got no clue.
Yeah, no idea.
What do you think, Goldfish?
It was a trap.
Oh,
and
no,
walked into it.
we hadn't submitted our final answer.
Yeah, we haven't locked it in yet. We're not saying Ultima.
No.
Okay, then. What's your final answer?
No, we've gone with that.
Yeah, I thought you
No,
did.
no.
Yeah.
Goldfish, what's your answer then? Knowing it is not Ultima 4, it's either Times of Lore, Lands of Lore, or Wizardry 4.
Lands of Lore, I think, is Westward.
Oh.
So Wizardry, I think, was that Origin? Oh, let's just go with Wizardry.
You were so nearly there. Wizardry wasn't Origin. It was Times of Lore. Times of Lore. So no points for anyone there. The goal of this is that you all hate me by the end of this set of questions.
Well, I think we started in that
Yeah,
position.
we can say this was a lot of time.
Yeah, after we followed you around the internet all the evening.
Glenn, it's time for you to hate me some more.
Go on, Dave.
In this early 90s role-playing game, the hero of the game, Stark, contends with general masters by leading the free villages through difficult terrain. Is it Ultima Underworld? Is it Midwinter? Is it Demon's Winter? Or is it Ultima 5?
Is it indeed? Team, any ideas?
I mean,
What?
the Ultimas have got to
Go
be a
on.
trap, haven't they? So I'm thinking maybe Midwinter, only because that's the only one I've heard of outside of Ultima.
Yeah, I would go for a winter one, only because he had a play on words on the right answer in the last round. And we've got two winters here. So let's go for a winter answer.
Mid.
Give
Not
us the
sure which
four
one.
options.
Okay.
Give us the four options quickly, please.
Ultima Underworld, Midwinter, Demon's Winter, or Ultima 5?
Midwinter.
Yeah, midwinter.
Midwinter.
Lock that in.
Yeah.
Lock
Well
that
done.
in.
Well done.
Wow, yes!
The power of guesswork.
Reese, time to test your knowledge.
Is it Monkey Island?
In
'Cause then I
this
might have a
early
chance.
in this early 90s role-playing game, the hero of the
Oh.
game, Stark, contends with Van Helsing with the help of Deirdre. Is it Ultima Underworld 2? Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodnet, or The Legend of Fairgale?
I don't have a clue.
Was that
Vampire
Deirdre
is
Barlow?
later. That much I can tell you. Oh,
Sorry,
wait.
what's-
What?
No.
I'll go for. What were the options?
The options
What
are:
on earth was that?
it's not a frog. Ultima Underworld 2, Vampire
you,
the
Dave?
Masquerade. No, it's not me. Ultima Underworld 2, Vampire the Masquerade, Bloodnet, or Legend of Fairgale. And the question
That last
was... Legend
Yeah, we'll
of
go for the
Fairgale.
last one.
Legend of
Please, yeah.
Fairgale.
Mm.
What do you think, Matthias Bass?
Oh no!
Oh.
What did we have again?
So you had, in this early 90s role-playing game, the hero of the game, Stark, contends with Van Helsing with the help of Deirdre. Is it Ultima Underworld 2, Vampire the Masquerade, or Bloodnet?
Not
It's
Vampire
going to
the
be the
Masquerade.
vampire game.
It's not Vampire the
My
Masquerade.
guess is the vampire one.
So if it's not Vampire the Masquerade, you saying, or it is the Vampire the Masquerade?
I don't think it is.
It would have to be Bloodnet. Was
I
that
think
the other one?
Bloodnet.
My guess
Maybe.
would be vampire, but go
Okay.
with your gut feeling.
We'll go with Bloodnet.
Correct.
Yes. Well done.
Quite a famous Amiga game. I thought you guys
Yeah.
would know it.
I think I own it, but I don't think I've ever played it.
Well,
I've never heard of it.
it's a very interesting cyberpunk game.
Mm.
Cyberpunk vampires. I asked that question to Matthias Bass, I think. Is that right?
So it was originally... who was it originally?
Originally,
Who stole
Reese
it?
is
Originally,
Yes, that's right.
Reese.
So, Dudley, you're up next.
Oh, good.
In this 90s 3D game, you, the hero or heroine, enter Castle Eternity to attempt a rescue and contend with the Magister. Is it Ultima 6, Draken, Eye of the Beholder, or Castle Master?
Oh, crap. You're asking a lot of non-RPG people questions in that I have heard of maybe half of those. And I
think
presume
he's just
there were that
making
many
stuff up.
Ultimas. Yeah, I mean, he's just putting a number after Ultima. I mean, they could have stopped at 4 as far as I'm concerned, because that was the only one on Master System, and that's the only one that counts. I'm going to say Beholder, if no one else has a better answer.
Final answer?
Yeah, give me Beholder.
Okay. Who's next? Seb.
What were the other answers?
So the other answers are Ultima 6, Draken, or Castle Master.
I'm thinking we've had so many of these that Dave's bound to sneak in an Ultima one day.
Yeah, I was thinking.
But that could be another trap, couldn't it? It's just-
Midway point. Are we at midway point of these questions? I don't know. And I'm thinking, yeah, I'm going to go for the Ultima one, whatever that is.
Ultima 6, he's saying.
Yeah.
It's Castle Master. The clue was in the fact that castle was in the title of the question. Also, the hero or heroine was an important thing about Castle Master. You could choose at the start, and you'd have to rescue if you were the hero, you rescued the heroine. If you were the heroine, you rescued the hero. Great 3D game. So, on to so that was Seb. So we're on now to Daniel. You're up again. Look scared.
Sorry.
In this 80s RPG featuring Scara Bray, you and a party of adventurers must contend with Lagos Xanta after assembling the Destiny Wand. Is it?
What? No. You're just making stuff up again.
Is it Ultima 2, The Bard's Tale 2, Wizardry 2, or Might and Magic 2?
Any ideas? I don't think it's the Bard's Tale. I think I've played that. That doesn't ring a bell
Yeah.
as being part of
The
that.
only
But
one of that
other
list
than
I
that,
have played, but it was a long time ago.
well, I'm leaning towards the last one. Don't know what anybody else thinks.
Might
Sounds
and
as good
Magic.
as any.
So Might and
We'll
Magic
go.
2?
Yeah.
Incorrect.
What
Keith.
a surprise.
You know the answer to this, don't you?
I think it's Bard's Tale 2, The Destiny Knight.
Oh.
That was confident. I'm going with that.
Confidence.
Lock that in.
Yeah.
Well done, Keith.
Peanuts.
Yay.
Oh.
Hey.
See, they're easy. Absolutely easy.
That.
Oh, yeah, really easy.
Goldfish,
Taken off the hat.
you're up now.
Yay.
In this game, part of the Age of Darkness trilogy published by Sierra, you contend with Minax the Enchantress. Is it Ultima 2, King's Quest 2, Pegasus 2, or Street Fighter 2?
Now be careful here, because the Quest one is Sierra, but Sierra did publish some Ultimas.
And King's Quest 2 isn't an RPG.
Oh,
I didn't say it was an RPG. I said in this game.
I thought this was an RPG round.
Yeah, you said it was an
Um,
RPG round at the
Yeah, it's
start.
called that because
It's
that's
a
what you
Dave
shoot
RGB
Dave with.
round.
That great RPG, Street Fighter.
King's Quest 2.
We're passing that to the other side. And that means it goes to Glenn.
Okay. What were the other options?
The options are Ultima 2, Pegasus 2, or Street Fighter 2.
So it's, yeah, you got
Well, it's
two.
not Street
basically.
Fighter 2. I think we can agree
You
on
sure?
that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Hadouken.
Any thoughts?
I generally no idea on this.
Ultima 2.
Correct.
No,
Had to be an Ultima
Sierra.
eventually.
That's got to be worth an extra point.
Reese, you'll know the answer to this one.
Oh, yeah.
In this dungeon exploring game, which started a whole new genre of games, you pick a character class, starting in the town of Tristram, and descend into the depths, finally facing your ultimate enemy in hell itself and taking the soul stone from him. Is it Descent to Undermountain, Eye of the Beholder 2, Diablo, or Ultima Underworld?
He's saying
Can we
Star
confer?
ain't going to be the 2.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
But
I'd say go with Diablo.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's helly. It's very much started a genre of pointless killing.
Diablo is helly, yeah.
Yeah.
So the only
Yeah,
other
we'll go
answer to this is Dave's quizzes.
Yeah, we'll go with Diablo. Was that an option?
Yes.
Okay, we'll go with that last.
Not only is it an option, it's the correct one. Well done.
Yes.
Just making up answers.
On to Matthias Bayes now. Now, I'll give you a clue. I promise this one is actually the answer is Ultima, okay? So,
Oh no.
Oh, okay.
We know what he's done already.
Ultima 2,
Yeah, we know what's
Ultima 3,
coming, yeah,
Ultima
yeah.
4.
no, it's not. It's not that. I haven't done that. In this Ultima game, which is the last one set in Caesarea, you contend with the spawn of Mondaine and Minax. Is it Ultima 3 Exodus, Ultima 3 Akalabeth, Ultima 3 Warriors of Destiny, or Ultima 3 Serpent Isle?
Well, I'm obviously going to confer, so it's open to the floor.
I'm pretty sure it was Ultima 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does anybody know what the
Exodus,
subtitle to that game was?
Akalabeth,
No idea.
Warriors of Destiny, or Serpent Isle?
Serpent Isle's the only one I've heard of out of those. But that doesn't mean anything.
It means more than what I know.
I just generally don't got a clue on this one.
I didn't know they had subtitles.
They didn't.
I think just pick one, Matt.
We'll have to push you for an answer.
Can you repeat the list again?
Yes.
And I'll just
So-
randomly pick one.
Ultima 3 Exodus, Ultima 3 Akalabeth, Ultima 3 Warriors of Destiny, or Ultima 3 Serpent Isle?
Warriors of Destiny.
That's Ultima 5.
Oh, well.
So that then passes across to Retro Recollections, Dan.
Why me?
I
Anybody got
think
any idea?
Richard Garrett goes for the single wordy title, so it's probably one of those two.
I was drawn to Exodus for some
Ultima
reason.
3, your mum.
Well, without any other idea, then we'll go with Exodus.
Correct, of course.
Of course.
Well done.
Hey,
done.
excellent. Well done, Reese.
We're down to the last 5 Ultima questions. No, we're not. That is the end.
How old
There
was
are
I
no
when we
Ultima
started
questions.
this?
5 to go. Ooh.
So we're sitting with a hats on 9 points and no hats on 7 points. It's still pretty close. There's lots of questions left. We're about just over. We're about 60% through the questions. We've got 40% of the questions left, and there is a tiebreaker should it get that close at the end. But we're going to restart the quiz after that by going to Yawning Angel for the first of 3 Apple Macintosh questions from IIIDIY.
No, I'm not good at old Mac stuff. But anyway, here we go. Go on. Bring it.
What model of Macintosh was upgradable to a Quadro with a simple change of a single logic board jumper?
Uh-huh.
Do we go back to Ultima?
Yeah, let's go back to
Yes, please.
Take us back like a walk in the
Four
park.
answers
Go
are
back to Ultimate. I'm going to need to see those answers again.
Centris 650, 2SI, Performa 630, or LC 475.
I might go for the Performer because I've got a feeling that was quite versatile. But I might confer, guys. Chip in. Don't just stare blankly at the screen.
Performer would have been my guess.
Thanks, Seb. Matt, go Performer.
Just go with it.
I'm going to go with Performer.
In that case, I'm going to pass it to Goldfish.
Oh.
The only Mac I remember ever using and my flesh didn't burn off was an LC3.
Okay, that wasn't one of the answers. The 3 answers you have to choose from are a Centris,
Oh, well.
a Centris 650,
We're doomed.
a 2SI, or an LC 475.
Go with
Last
the one
one.
you've heard of half the name of.
Yeah, that's what I thought I'd heard, but
LC,
That
yeah.
gets you a point then.
Elsie.
Well done.
Hey.
oh
well done.
no, I can't get an Apple question right. Won't live that down now.
Next up is Glenn. Glenn, I understand you like cider, but do you like apples?
How many colors was the original iMac available in?
Lots.
The original.
Colours.
How many colors was the original iMac available in?
Okay, so you can read this question more than one way. The original iMac only came out in one colour. It was Bondi Blue. And when they did the second revision, it came out in multiple colours.
Right,
Ooh,
well,
so it could be a trick question.
Keith knows what he's talking about. The answer is 1.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't get what you meant by taking
Well
it 2
done.
ways, because the question was the original one, so
Yeah.
it had to be. Had to be.
Well done.
Well
Power
done.
of the hat. And whiskey.
Goldfish, you're up.
Hasn't again? He's
already done one.
He already did the LC for us.
Oh, in that case, it should be Reese. Sorry. My apologies.
That's much better.
I'm shit at this.
We
Reese.
know.
In what version of Mac OS was Sherlock introduced?
Sherlock.
Point of order. What the hell's Sherlock?
It's search, couldn't you? You can search for stuff on the.
Well, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
I'm
It was
tempted
in
to
9,
go for
wasn't
8.
it? But it might have been 8. Yeah.
I'm tempted to go for 8, but it might be 8.5.
It was
8.5 seems very specific, doesn't it?
Suspiciously so, you might think.
Suspiciously specific.
In the absence of any logic, I'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, 8.5. Yeah, we'll go for that.
Correct. Well done.
Yeah.
Nice.
10 against 9. It's getting really close now.
Ooh.
And we've just got a Christmas message from IIDOI.
Happy holidays. May your arrows be bright red in the new year.
I'll tell you, that new Kraftwerk album never worked out.
I think
Very
there's cream
creative.
that will solve that red arrow problem.
So that is the last of Triple I DIY's questions. Thank you very much for the effort that went into those. We're now going to move on to the last stretch here, which is Andy's questions, which are a bit simpler and easier, and they are general knowledge based. So there are lots of retro stuff, lots of retro computing stuff, but there's no particular theme to it. So we asked that question to Reese, which means that it is Matthias Baeus on the first question. These are image questions, I think, Andy. Is that right?
Yeah, there's one. This one has an image, yeah.
Right.
Not that the image helps in any way or form. It's just
right. Okay.
I did an image.
So which is the odd one out of these 4 images that you can't see? Oh, here we go. The Terminator, the Amiga 500, the NES, or the Atari ST.
I know what I want to be the answer.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, the first 3 are good.
Reese is ready to just disconnect and leave.
Andy, can you take points off people? Just asking.
I can.
Yes.
I'm going to confer anyway, because I'm not 100% sure on this.
What CPU?
I was going to say, is this something that's being terminated?
What CPU did the Terminator use? Because B and C have the same CPU.
I think it's CPU related. So I would go C as the odd one out. But that's just a random stab.
I was going to go C as the odd one out on the assumption that the Terminator has a Motorola 68000 at his core.
That was exactly the reasoning I was hoping for. But
final answer?
That'd be amazing if that's
We'll
right.
go with C. Is that what we were going with? Yep, we'll go with C.
Not correct. So I'm passing it over to Dudley. Dudley, tell us the answer.
all right, it's probably going to be the Amiga because the others all support 2 buttons or something.
What?
Reese said he knew. Terminator where his is.
Amiga supports 4 buttons, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Which isn't 2. I don't know.
Reese say he knew what the answer was.
There's possibly a Terminate joke here,
The
isn't
Terminator,
it?
because the others are actually real. And the Terminator
was a 6502 CPU, I think.
I think you're right, actually.
Listen to Reese.
I'll listen to Reese.
But what's that got to do with the ST and the Amiga?
We've no idea, so I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Reese's original reasoning. It's D because the others are good.
That's not what I said.
That is the correct answer, but not for the right reasons. Andy, explain your reasoning.
Okay, so the reasoning is that it is D, the Atari, because it is the only one that doesn't contain a 6502 based component. Terminator, legendary on screen, you see 6502 assembler
you do.
on his screen, scrolling down.
Yeah.
The NES is 6502 based core.
It is.
And the Amiga's keyboard controller is actually a 6502.
That I didn't know.
Oh, nasty.
But I'll take the point.
Very, very, very clever.
I suppose also the Atari is the only one there with MIDI ports.
True.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
again, have you looked on Terminator?
Yeah.
Well, have a check on their skirt.
Back to Ultima then.
Yes, please.
Which runs on several 6502 equipped machines.
Right, so that was No Hats actually got a point for that, for getting it right for the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Pulled it back.
Hey, excellent.
That was
You've
done.
done
So we're on to Seb now, and no images now, so just listen to my voice.
Oh, no.
How many issues did the combined ST Amiga format run before it split into two separate publications in 1989? Was it 24? Was it 13? Was it 8? Or was it 30?
Okay, I'm going to have to confer.
Did it only run for a year before they split it? So in that case, it might be 13. That's the closest to 12.
Yeah, I've got no clue. I've got no experience
I like
with this
that
at
reasoning.
all. But yeah, that sounds sensible.
Yeah.
Yeah?
13?
Yeah, we'll go with that. 13.
Get a point. Yeah, well done.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, give him the
Well done,
magazine
Keith.
question.
Well done, Keith.
I actually knew that as well.
I knew it too, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you knew it. That's why I was getting worried because you were sitting there all smug.
Dan,
Yeah, I'm ready.
you're up.
He's ready.
Under what brand was the Sinclair Spectrum released in the USA? Was it Science of Cambridge, Texas Instruments, Timex, or Epson?
I think I know this one. Wow.
Oh,
It's
I know this one.
Timex, isn't it?
Mm.
Timex, yeah. We'll go with
That's
Timex.
right. There's a point. There's a point for the no. That's
I
the
mean,
good news is you're both on 11 points. It's getting
clawed it
very
back.
close.
We've clawed
no
it back.
pressure. No pressure.
No pressure on Keith. You on again, John?
Oh, watch me burn now.
Keith is the rock of the house.
You'll know this one. You'll know this one. On the Amiga, how much fast memory is it possible to address in the Zorro 2 address space? Is it 16 megabytes,
No.
1 gigabyte,
No.
128 megabytes, or
No.
8 megabytes?
Yes.
I'm going to confer. Glenn.
8 megabytes, Keith. 8 is the answer.
We'll go with Glenn's answer of 8, please.
That's wrong. No, it's not.
Glenn would have came down there.
Goldfish,
flip.
you're up.
Oh,
In the game Space Rogue, what enemy do you face in the mini coin-op arcade game? Is it aliens, ants, space commandos, or spiders?
Has anyone heard of this game?
It's on my shelf.
Dave, everything's on your shelf.
It's not on my shelf. Invaders.
Was that one?
Final answer?
Unless anyone else has got anything better.
I've never heard of the game, so go ahead.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Glenn, what do you think?
What were the options? Sorry, Dave.
The answers are aliens, ants, space commandos, or spiders.
Any thoughts? I'm struggling to remember what the question was.
We have the question again.
The game Space Rogue, the mini coin-op that you can play on the space stations, what enemy do you face?
I played the game as well.
Not helped me a bit.
So what enemy did you face in the mini coin-op then?
I'll go spiders.
So as good as
Spiders
any.
sound good. Let's go with spiders.
It's ants.
That's what I said, ants.
Reese, you'll
Hello.
get this one.
Okay.
The very first arcade game was released in 1971. What was it called? Pong, Computer Space, Galaxian, or Space Invaders?
Computer space.
Final answer?
Yes.
Do you want to confer?
No.
I wouldn't.
You're right. Correct. Well done.
Hey.
Oh, man.
I am the official unit of measurement for measuring
Yeah.
computer space cabinet.
Yeah.
So,
Rubbish.
Matty's
question.
Vegas. What was the first arcade game to feature a leaderboard? Was it Pac-Man, Asteroids, Space Invaders, or Pong?
I'm going to confer.
Is it Space Invaders?
Space Invaders, maybe.
That would.
I mean, Pong wouldn't have had a leaderboard. Obviously, the earliest one out of the three of them.
I
but-
would have thought would.
Pac-Man definitely
has a leaderboard. But
Question is,
none
which
of
was the
the
first
others
game
have
to
them.
have the leaderboard?
Obviously, Space Invaders was before Pac-Man,
Pac-Man.
wasn't it? But
Yeah.
did it have a leaderboard?
That was the thing I was not 100% sure on.
You're out of time.
We'll push you for an answer.
Okay, Space Invaders.
There's a point.
Yes.
Space Invaders
Well done.
78, Pac-Man 80.
Well done.
Close.
So we're on to Dudley.
Ask me something about
Quite like how scared everyone looks when I say their name.
a lot of people who signed up for a quiz. We really don't want to be asked questions.
Everyone's sitting there quite enjoying the other person
Yeah.
suffering until it's their turn. Nintendo's Metroid was released in what year? 1978, 1986, 1989, or 1992?
86.
Final answer?
Yeah.
There's a point. Well done.
Well played.
Well done.
Nice.
Finally, something I knew tonight.
Which team was that? Sorry.
That was no hats.
No hats.
No hats. Yeah.
No hats.
Clues in
13 each. I
Definitely.
like how
Clues on the
close it
head.
is.
Clues on the head.
Or not in this case.
Yeah.
Seb. You're up. What does VHS stand for? Very high standard, video home system, vulgar hiss and stripes, or video hi-fi system?
I think it's video home system. I'm just going to confer though, but I'm pretty sure it's video home system.
Blank faces, everyone with no hat.
It's as good as guess as any.
I don't know.
I would have went hi-fi because they made a whole thing about the hi-fi stereo audio on it.
Okay.
Okay.
VHS wasn't just in the home, was it? Did it go into the industry? Because I know Betamax was used obviously on a lot of professional TV
There's actually a radio station here locally that used VHS tapes.
Really?
Really? Okay. Okay, I don't mind. I'm quite happy to go with that. I'm not.
Go with whatever you feel.
Final answer time.
We'll go with a video hi-fi system.
Okay. Dan, what do you think?
It's video home system.
I'm sure it's video home system.
is.
I've heard that before.
Worked in a blockbuster.
There you go. That'll do for me. Video home system. Lock it in.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
All right.
Oh,
Yes. Seb was pretty sure it was until he said confer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
But
listen to me.
I wasn't that sure. That was the problem.
Yawning Angel Keith.
Oh. Can we have an Ultima question? Joke.
In Ultima 7, no. What 1981 video game was the first to tell a story during the game? Was it Defender, Frogger, Donkey Kong, or Scramble?
I don't have a clue. I might hazard a guess on Donkey Kong, but I'm open to confer. Guys.
Because that worked so well last time.
Second time's a charm.
Just read the answers again. So the first game to feature a story.
Yes. What was the first game to tell a story during the game? Defender, Frogger, Donkey Kong, or Scramble?
It's got to be Donkey Kong, isn't it? I can't remember Frogger having a.
Can't see it being Frogger. There's no story there.
No, it's definitely not Frogger. Donkey Kong is kind of like.
Because he's trying to rescue because she keeps
Donkey
being
Kong
moved
has
from
a
level to
Yeah.
level.
How high can you get? And he takes her up the thing, doesn't he? And plants her on the.
Time's up, Keith.
Unless anyone has anything else, I'm going to go Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong is correct.
Yes.
Thanks.
Goldfish.
I'm ready.
What US president served the most years in the 1980s? Was it
Not
Jimmy
ready.
Carter, George H.W. Bush, Ronald Reagan, or Gerald Ford?
Reagan was 80 to 88.
Okay.
I'm just going to pre-confer that one for you.
So, what do we think? What was the
Yes,
choices again?
Reagan was 8 years in the 80s.
Yeah, 2 terms in the 80s.
So did
Technically
anyone do
81 to
more than 8
89.
years then?
In the
Can't do
80s.
more than 8 years.
You said in the 80s or the 90s? Sorry,
He said in the 80s.
80s.
The 80s was the question.
Okay, so
Pushy for answer now.
whatever Dad said.
Ronald Reagan. Correct.
Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome. I think.
Glenn.
Hello.
Glenn, you're up. Who had a 1983 tour called Serious Moonlight Tour? Was it Kenny Rogers, David Bowie, Kajagoogoo, or Culture Club?
I was
Kajagoogoo.
2 years old, so I have no idea.
So think back to when you were 2 years old.
Right, okay.
And who had a 1983 tour when you were 2 years old called Serious Moonlight Tour?
So, Serious Moonlight is a line from one of Bowie's songs, isn't it? Is it Let's Dance? He talks about the serious moonlight.
Yeah, I don't. It's not Culture Club. Kajagoogoo doesn't sound right.
No, no.
I would say Bowie. Yeah,
Bowie.
Yeah. Final answer?
Final answer.
Correct. Yes.
Thank you, Tim.
Here's a line from Let's Dance. Yeah.
Getting tense.
Reese.
Hello.
What do you do for a living?
Nothing at the minute.
What's your vocation and skills? It's programming, isn't it?
I'm a kept man at the minute. Oh, don't ask me programming questions. Come on,
In
Dave.
68,000 assembler, 6,800 assembler, machine code.
6,800 or 68,000?
68,000.
6,800. No, 16,000. Jesus, Dave.
Christ.
What's going on with you?
This is going well.
68000. Assembler machine code. How many addressing modes are there? Is it 6, 14, 32, or 128? Bang, just like that, he knows the answer.
I mean, I'm drawn towards 32, but should we confer?
I don't think it's going to help.
Just 4 blank faces staring.
Addressing mode.
We could just do a 30-second awkward silence if you like.
Let's do that.
Why
I'll
are
go
we
for
getting the
32.
audio for that timer? I'm disappointed. Oh, there's no sound.
I want to go home. We'll go for 32.
Matthias Bass, how many other?
I don't. I think he's right.
Well, he's not right.
Do you want to have another go?
Are you sure?
You can say you can give the same answer if you want. At 6, 14, 32, or 128. Bearing in mind 32 is wrong.
yeah. Let's not go 32.
It must be higher.
128.
Maybe
Yeah, I would say higher.
Unfortunately, I'm right in C, so.
So that makes it 128 addressing modes.
No.
Shush, Breeze.
The way Dave said that was like,
It's
it was a bit
32.
like, well, that would make 128. It's a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
I could go and get my book off the wall, but
If you can get your book off the wall by the time that timer runs out,
we'll go with 128.
it's 14.
14.
Oh my god. Oh.
A reminder to those watching that Matt has retro Sega dev on his thing for a
But Sega didn't use a 68,000, did they?
I can't imagine they would have any use for such a thing.
No, why would anyone use
No, they wouldn't use multiple at any point. No.
They didn't just have a big bag and just go, right,
Dudley.
yeah, Matt.
Dudley. You're being very smug there. It's your
I
question.
know.
Oh, no.
Which of these is a concept supported by BBC Basic but not Amos? Is it
Oh, here we go. We are listening, kids.
procedures, loops, structures, or if statement? I bet Keith knows this.
What was it?
Now,
Sorry?
What's the question again? I didn't hear the first bit.
Do you know
What are the options?
In Ultima 6, which of these is a concept supported by BBC Basic but not Amos? Procedures, loops, structures, or if statement?
The BBC Basic is famous for doing procedures because none of the other buggers did. But, and I suddenly wish Keith was on my side, does Amos know what procedures are?
Is that a smug smile, Keith?
Saying nothing.
It's a trying not to look at me smile is what it is. I'm going to go, if no one here knows, which I'm guessing no one does, I'm going to go with procedures because it was weird. It was weird the BBC supported that. So maybe Amos didn't. Dave,
Final answer?
procedures.
Final answer?
Yeah.
My video that I got. Go on.
I'm just trying to work out who's next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seb, what's the answer?
Yawning Angel.
So the answer is going to be structures. Amos supports procedures. My video I got coming out tomorrow, my entire program's just all procedures.
Well,
Actually,
you could have released that 24 hours earlier.
Loops.
Nah, it's structures.
Dave, don't do that to me. Jesus. Got aged about 10 years then.
Well, that was a question especially for you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Oh my God.
I enjoy doing that. Goldfish.
Oh, here we go.
In what year did Tom Hanks win an Oscar for programming on the 6502? No, for his role in Forrest Gump. Was it 1998, 1990, 1999, or Structures? Let me try that again. I don't know what's happened there. Andy, I think there's been a little bit of an error here. 1998, 1990, 1999, or 1997? Or Structures. You can say Structures if you want to.
You're as close as I'm going to get.
Well, I think Dave just made up 97 because there wasn't a fourth option, so we could rule that one out.
Brave.
I'm trying to remember if it was at the beginning or the end of the year.
Is this going to be Forrest Gump was a Christmas film?
So what was the answers again?
How does that affect the year it was in?
So there was no Christmases at the beginning of the 90s.
Was it
That was
Christmas 1990, Christmas 1998?
When was Christmas invented?
More likely to get that one.
When he was stuck in the airport terminal all that time.
I think time's run out.
Time's up. Time's up.
Say yeah.
Maybe it was 97.
Final answer? Now,
You repeat the answers, please.
1998, 1990, 1999, 1997, or Structures?
98.
Sorry. Glenn.
Well, it was obviously Structures. No, sorry, 99.
No, I think it's 90. I think it's 90.
No, I don't think it's early because
Not
purely
that
because
early.
there was quite a bit of there was quite a lot of quite smart technology in that movie in terms of incorporating him into the different scenes. And I don't think 1990. I think 1990 is too early for them to do all that.
Too early.
Can we just ask what was the question? He got an award for it, or what?
Yeah.
But it must have been an award.
What year did Tom Hanks win an Oscar for his role?
If he won an Oscar, it was launched. The film was out the year before.
Yeah, quite possibly. So I think it's.
So can I just give you some bizarre logic from my side?
Go ahead.
Because I was working for R Price Music when Forrest Gump came out, and I left R Price Music in '96 and went into my career in IT. So 97, 98, 99, I was working as a programmer. But I distinctly remember Forrest Gump being out while I was working at R Price because we sold the videos and we gave away boxes of chocolates.
There's no way it was out in 1990.
But
No,
90
it's not
just
in
in
1990.
There's no way 90. There's definitely not 90. What one did you get wrong? 97.
Yeah,
Was
97.
it the structures?
It was structures.
The answer is probably structure.
Person message, it is 97. I don't know. It was 97 an option?
97 is an option.
Okay.
Yes, but that's
Answer time.
That was the option given and wrong. It's not 97.
No, they didn't say 1997.
Did it not?
Well, let's go 97 then.
97. Yeah, go on then.
Right, well, let's go
Correct.
97.
Yes.
Oh.
I would have accepted structures because that's the one coloured in green to indicate it's the answer. Somehow the answer had been overwritten with the word structures.
Is that the next question?
Reese.
Yes.
What was the highest grossing movie of the 90s? Was it Forrest Gump, Titanic, Good Will Hunting, Shawshank Redemption, or Structures?
I think
seen
Reece,
Structures,
you look
it's really good.
confused that Titanic was the first movie to hit $1 billion, so it might well be that.
First movie to hit an iceberg.
Indeed. But it was an iceberg made out of $1 billion, and that was their box office.
Yeah, there was nothing wrong with
it.
it.
Used Amigas as well.
Used Amigas.
Yes.
Yeah. They actually used an Amiga 4000 to capture the footage live as they did some of the Titanic shots, so they could
Very
watch
boring.
it back
Very,
immediately
very
rather
boring.
than waiting until the. Yeah, it is really boring. Yeah,
boring. Nerd.
Yeah,
Titanic.
Correct.
I'm a big
I
Celine
can't
Dion
help but
fan,
notice
as you
I've
know.
got all non-computer.
I knew it.
Matthias Bass, you're up. How much RAM does the Atari 2600 have? Is it 128 kilobytes, 1 kilobyte, 128 bytes, or 512 bytes?
Well, I'm obviously going to confer on this one because Atari isn't my bag at all.
Count them.
But if you go for the 68,000 question, neither's Sega, so
At least counting the bits.
Yeah.
Dudley, can you
Which won't
split that
work because
open?
it's a 2600 plus. So.
I haven't a clue.
How many bits does it feel it's got in your hand when you weigh it?
Lots.
What were the answers again, just quickly?
128 kilobytes, 1 kilobyte, 128 bytes, or 512 bytes?
I want to say 128 bytes.
Yeah,
Well,
I
say 128 bytes then.
128 bytes.
Yeah, as good as guess as any.
Correct.
Yeah, it's
Well
bollocks.
Damn it.
Well done.
Basically nothing.
Reese was poised for that question.
Hats are pulling ahead with 2 questions left, but remember, because it passes across, it could quite easily go anyway. So down to the last 2 questions. The penultimate question is for Dudley.
Oh no.
A lot hangs in this, Dudley. You need to take this seriously. No pressure. Oh, hang on. There's 3 questions left. The Yamaha YM 2612 sound chip used in the Sega Mega Drive, also known as the Genesis, is also known by what designation? Is it the OPL2, the OPL3, the OPN2, or the OPM?
It's the OPL3.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
Okay. Seb, what do you think it is?
Thought he had that.
No, so did I. But
He sounded so sure. So what did he say, and what were the other answers?
What was his
no
question?
one listens, do they?
The Yamaha YM 2612 sound chip used in the Sega Mega Drive, also known as the Genesis, is also known by what designation? The OPL2, the OPL3, it's not that when he said that, it's not that. The OPN2 or the OPM? Now, Matt, you should be able to tell me the answer to this.
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, wondering which manner I've got it wrong.
Yeah,
is that a dramatic pause, Matt? Because you know
no,
the answer.
this is me. I'm sure it's an extension of OPL2, though. But I don't want to.
What
say
would you
it
call
gets
an
it wrong.
extension of that?
It goes a little bit beyond it, I think.
Well, Dudley was sure of 3, so 2 makes sense to me, and not some other
Or I'm
letter.
thinking of something in the Master System, because that's all I ever do.
Right. Interesting. What do you think, Matt?
I already know it for the Yamaha name. This is the problem.
This would win you the quiz.
Great. That's all I need to know.
Pile the pressure on.
Final answer time, bit Seb.
Yep. The Yamaha.
We'll go with the
OPL.
OPL 2.
As far as
the
I know,
OPN2.
anyway, they were OPL
OPN2.
2 or 3.
No points. Penultimate
Who used
question time. Dan, how are you under pressure?
Right. Crap.
This is like a penalty shootout, and your team's missed one. So you can't miss this. You have to get this.
Oh dear.
Dan,
Me.
which artist wrote the song "I Will Always Love You" from the 1992 film The Bodyguard? Which artist wrote the song "I Will Always Love You" from the 1992 film Bodyguard? Was it Whitney Houston, Dolly Parton, Alanis Morissette, or Tori Amos?
Dolly Parton, obviously.
Dolly Parton, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my final answer.
Come on.
Yeah. Dolly
You're still in it. You're still in it.
What an easy question. Yeah. Rubbish.
So we're down to the last question now. If the hats get this question correct, they'll win the quiz. If they get it wrong and the no hats get it right, it goes to a tie break. So Dan, you answered that one. So it is now time for Keith.
Oh no! Sorry in advance, guys.
Rock. Keith the Rock.
Yes. You got this, Keith.
Don't build me up, Glenn.
Come on, Keith. Come on, Keith.
The infallible Keith. What was Tori Amos's name before she changed at age 17? Do you need to know the answer?
Amos question. You said you wanted Amos questions.
If you've done this deliberately, Andy, you're a genius.
Now, Keith does a panel, which a lot of it is on Amos, so he'll know the answer to this. Do you want to know what the answers are, or are you just going to tell me?
No, if you can give me some sort of heads up, that'd be lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Myra Ellen, Sammy J, Sarah Jane, or Catherine?
Not a BBC Basic.
Scooby Doo, guys.
Scooby Doo, is that your final answer?
No. What? Guys, Matt, Seb, Glenn.
I bet we just sang the Tori Amos song. Would that do?
Yeah, sing a Tori Amos song. You don't get points.
I don't even know one. Can I have the answers again, Dave? Sorry.
The answers again are Myra Ellen, Sammy J, Sarah Jane, or Catherine.
It's going to be something ridiculous, isn't it? So I might go with the first one.
Amos.
Because people usually change their names to something completely less dorky than.
Yeah.
You changed it.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, it's going to be a rubbish name, isn't it? It's going to be where they're all.
I'm just going to clump the first one. Unless anyone's got... guys. So I go with the first one.
That wins you the quiz. Well done.
Bloody hell. Fair enough.
Wow.
Myra Ellen. I don't think Myra Ellen's that bad a name.
No, that's quite a good name, isn't it?
Shut up, it was rubbish.
That was the entire basis of their reasoning. Let him have this.
Well done,
Mother chaps.
Wow.
Keith, your knowledge of Amos saves the day.
Yeah.
I'm an Amos god.
I know, it was destined.
Well done.
I don't think that could actually have ended any other way, could it?
Thank you, everyone, for participating. I'm not sorry for the Ultima questions. I'm not sorry at all.
It was so much fun. Dave, thank you for Andy, thanks. Just thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
really
thank you for the questions. Thank you, Andy.
What do we win? What do we win? DIY, of course.
They're waving.
Merry Christmas.
He's waving.
Bye.
Bye.